I'm Cody Stutz. I'm the athletic director at Sunnyvale ISD.
My name is Jacob Pipak. I am the high school band director here in Sunnyvale and the district fine arts coordinator.
Hi, I'm Chris Wengler. I'm the athletic trainer at Sunnyvale ISD, here to talk about the district multi-purpose activity center that's in the bond. So the UIL went to the wet bulb last year. With the global temperature, you get humidity, radiant temperature, a lot of different factors that go into this. Wet bulb gives a better idea of how the body deals with stress and its ability to dissipate heat. We get up into the upper 80s with the wet bulb. It's very uncomfortable, not only for an athlete that has a helmet and shoulder pads on or maybe a uniform, but for any individual outside working that day. Could be a band member, could be somebody running on the track, cross-country runner. That higher wet bulb just means the body has to work harder to keep itself cooler.
When we can't go outside, we're kind of forced into a small space or a gymnasium. Sometimes if that's not available, then we're in our band hall trying to accomplish, the task of teaching students what they're doing physically or visually. And so we get boxed in when we have bad weather. I think this past summer, we missed about 7 hours of instruction, which if you think about that during a regular school week, that's an entire week of rehearsal. When we're not able to go outside, then it really, really slows things down.
Well, a lot of the teams in our region, in classification, are moving to the Multipurpose Activity Center. We spend a lot of time having Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Most of the time it's smooth. We're able to do Plan A, Plan B, if we get there, but there's always a order of events. Whoever's in season, if we have to go to Plan B, then these teams have priority and it trickles down from there. It sets a whole chain of events that come up from high school to middle school to down to our youth league in Sarissa. We're scrambling to try to put a next plan in place. If we don't have a spot, sometimes like with middle school, we just have to send them home because we don't have a place to practice for them at.
In those summer months, as we know here in June, July, August, it's hot in Texas. Whether you're a band member or football player or volleyball player or anybody outdoors, there's a diminishing return on your performance. Okay, so each day you get that athlete back, they're a little bit more dehydrated, they're a little bit more exhausted. Potential health implications of them missing a practice because of the heat. Let me use an example of last year. Our middle school, we had a significant heat wave where temperatures were above 100 degrees for 40 plus days. Those middle school football players did not have an outdoor practice until the first game of the season.
The indoor facility, it kind of releases us from constantly monitoring the WBGT and those numbers and saying, okay, well, we would normally start at 5:30, but we're not going to be able to go outside until 7:30. There's just so many issues that happen when you're talking about an art or an activity that is, the performances are outside, and in our case, all of our rehearsals are outside. You open up a huge window as far as time concerns, scheduling, when you're not having to think about the weather. And then our color guard and winter guard as well, so it's not just band, but that's another organization that could utilize a space, another open space that's inside and out of the elements.
When you have kids that are not able to have any prior practice time with a helmet, be able to hit, work outdoors, and their first outdoor activity is a full game. Currently the UIL has practice restrictions with the wet bulb, but they do not have any restrictions currently for games. If it's hot and they're not able to practice, they're probably going to hit the field in a game, and you're running a high risk of a heat exhaustion or potential heat stroke. With a district multi-purpose activity center, that gives that athlete, now we can take that athlete indoors, run them at a full 100% scale practice, so that when we go onto the field outdoors in a game, we're not running that high risk of that athlete succumbing to heat exhaustion. Early voting begins October 21st, runs through November 1st. Get out there and vote. Election day is November 5th.
For more information, visit sunnyvaleisdbond.com.